welcome back to History First. I'm Melissa. Today we're going to be learning about Stalin's early political life and rise to political power, which is quite exciting, so yay! Let's go back to this guy. So, jumping into 1905, where there was the beginning of a revolution in Russia. During this revolution, Stalin was encouraging unity amongst all the classes and political groups, which brought him to Lenin's attention. Lenin and Stalin met in December 1905. Whilst Lenin already had many intellectuals, he needed more military-influenced sections within the party. Lenin made him part of the central committee of the party, despite his exile in 1910 and 1911. Joseph also wrote articles for the party, arguing how different nationalities had the right to remain independent, although working with the Bolsheviks would further their cause, with Stalin first appearing as his name within this article. Meaning Man of Steel, it was a very apt alias, as he had endured many beatings and tortured without uttering a word of the party goings while in Siberia. After the February 1917 revolution, Stalin was one of the first Bolsheviks to return to Petrograd, as he'd only been in exile in Siberia, while most Bolsheviks had been in exile out of the country. I'm going to skip Russia at Civil War and the Provisional Government and the NEP, but they are really interesting. It's just Stalin's not really doing much at that time, so if you want to learn about that, go read some books, but Stalin's basically just in the background being sneaky, so onwards. Jumping back in with Lenin's death on the 21st of January 1924, following which there was a 5-year power struggle, emerging with Stalin as our victorious leader. Although we can see in retrospect the main power struggle being between Stalin and Trotsky, at the time, it appeared to be more of a struggle between Trotsky, Zinoviev, and Kamenev. Trotsky was one of the only rivals to Lenin in intellect. He also had a huge contribution to the winning of the Civil War, although he was also viewed as arrogant, treating fellow Bolsheviks with disdain. Kamenev, while being a good Bolshevik, was possibly too soft to be a proper leader. While Zinoviev was generally not that popular, Viktor Sergei saying he gave an impression of flabbiness. Bummer. Stalin had control of party membership, which meant he could get rid of all radical elements of the main party, those people who would be more likely to support Trotsky. He also supervised the Lenin enrollment of 1924 to 25. This encouraged more membership, and new party members tended to be young urban workers. They were poorly educated, and Stalin's practical policies of nationalism appealed to them. He also had control over party organisation, meaning he could pack Congress with his own supporters, so obviously he was going to win debates and such. In addition, he tricked Trotsky not to show up to Lenin's funeral, where Stalin presented himself as Lenin's disciple. Lenin's final testament was also not published. This helped Stalin, as it had many unflattering comments about him, and also urged the party not to give him power. In 1924, Zinoviev and Kamenev started a campaign against Trotsky, while Stalin starts allying with Bukharin on the right. In response, Zinoviev and Kamenev attacked Stalin in Congress in 1925. However, it's currently packed with all of Stalin's supporters, so undoubtedly they failed. Kamenev and Zinoviev then ally with Trotsky in order to attempt to bring down Stalin. This then results in their expulsion in 1927 as part of the United Opposition. This was where they campaigned for more openness and democracy within the party. Clearly crazy concepts. So that in December 1929, Stalin celebrated his 50th birthday as the undisputed leader of the USSR. So happy birthday, Stalin. So if you're not already subscribing, please click subscribe if you'd like to, and you can learn more about lovely people like this guy. And I hope you're having a nice day. DFTBA. I'm a poet.
I know.